woman writes to me and says, the other day my husband, Bob, talked about how he was feeling overwhelmed with responsibility. And as an example, he said everybody left him in the kitchen after dinner. And the kitchen got cleaned because he was alone and he had to do it. And he's doing too many projects and he's going from one thing to another. And you all know how this ends, and blah, 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 blah. And I do everything around the house. And everybody's had this discussion if they're alive. She continues, I know he needed to be loved, but I didn't know how. I didn't know what to say. Everything I knew to try up until then made things worse. So I did try some things, but he wasn't having anything to do with any of it. Just wasn't working. I was too afraid to try anything more. It ended with him saying, well, tomorrow's a new day. I don't think either of us knew what to do next. He said, well, is it time for bed? I agreed. I decided to listen to part of a video chat, like this one, that I had saved that I thought would lift my spirits while he was going and getting ready for bed. And I told him that I would be there with him after I listened to something first, which is really not a bad idea. You feel out of sorts, you listen to a video chat, you read from a real love book, you read a meditation, whatever, that just gets you outside of yourself because your thoughts are spinning around and something has to stop them. You can't just say, I'll stop. Now they have to be replaced with something more productive, you see? So good for you that you did this. Excellent that you didn't continue the argument and you just said, sure, let's go to bed. Sometimes knowing when not to talk is as important as knowing what to say. In fact, wow, sometimes knowing when to shut up is key. You continue. I cried as I listened to the message on the video chat. They were tears of relief as I remembered that you love me and other people love me too. It was about 10 minutes before I made it back to the bedroom because I just wanted to listen to enough to change how I felt. And when I got there, the lights were off and he had rolled over to his side of the bed. I got in bed and after a few minutes, I said, are you still mad at me? Forgive me for chuckling because this never goes well. And he said, predictably, no. That's why the lights are off and he's rolled to his side of the bed. So, are you still mad at me? The word still is really the key word. Never, ever works. Think of it as being equivalent to, are you still stupid? Are you still ugly? It just doesn't work. Because it implies, the word still, that he's been angry for too long. Do you see? You wouldn't say still if somebody had just arrived and sat in their seat. You watch them. They came in the door, they sat in their seat. Would you say, are you still sitting? No, because they just sat down. No, still means it's been too long. And that he's doing something wrong. So it doesn't really matter. They said no. Of course he's annoyed. Then I asked, you continue, I asked, can I scoot closer to you? And he said, yes. That was really smart. I curled up next to him. He reciprocated by touching my hand. Can you see? It's almost like a little game of chess, So you make a big, bold move by, can I scoot closer? And you curl up next to him and he reciprocates with, you move your queen to the middle of the board in chess and he moves a pawn ahead of space, just kind of to go, I'm in the game. I ain't playing very much, but I'm in the game. You continue. I could feel by curling up to him, I was trying to get love from him. Ooh, that's smart to see. And he had nothing to give. So I decided it was best to stop. So I turned in the other direction, but I stayed close with my back touching his. He fell asleep. I couldn't fall asleep. So I got up. I heard him stirring. So I said, I can't sleep. My head is spinning. I'm going to go to the living room. And I kissed him on the forehead, and he said, okay. And now I'm here writing to you, which is the email I'm reading right now. So, baby, this is all part of the inevitable process of learning. You'll be wiser tomorrow. Somebody blew it when they left him alone in the kitchen to clean up the mess. He blew it when he got mad about it. You blew it when you didn't tell him exactly how many minutes it was going to be before you're in the bedroom. Because see, when you're waiting on something, time stands still. No kidding. I can still remember as a child, back before cell phones, my mother would say, I'll pick you up from school, because there was, I think, only once or twice in my life that I went to school at a place far from home. And she said, I'll pick you up after school. And I stood there waiting for her, out on the corner, in the freezing rain, with the Indian arrows shooting by me, in the dark, as the cats snarled in the night. That's how it feels. And I would swear that I waited there for, 10 hours. I can't actually remember how long it was before she got there, but it was probably 15 minutes. It just seems like when you don't know, it just makes you nuts. So everybody made mistakes. So now we're going to start smarter tomorrow. You said, this evening is such a stark contrast from yesterday morning, where he and I spent hours just lying in bed talking. So remember that. That is real. That is what you're capable of. Why? Because that is, pay attention, you. That's who you really are. When you can just lie there in bed and just talk to him for hours because it's fun. That's you. That's him. And then you had some interactions that were distorted by fear and pain, very likely, almost certainly from the past. That's what happens. It intrudes. Well, so what? Now you learn from that and you go back to what is real, to the real you that was lying there in bed and just talking for hours to your partner. You continue by saying, am I doing something wrong that I don't feel connected to him now? Oh, just keep going. Just go find him and give him a kiss, or touch him on the arm, or help him wash the dishes, or whatever. And let the past go. We really don't have to dig up every piece of garbage. We don't. Sometimes it's just better to, I do this in my yard sometimes. I encounter some great big object that was buried by a construction crew 50 years ago. And I can tell by picking around at the edges, this is going to be a lot of work to dig up. Nah, I make a planter over it. I make a rock planter, or I cover it up with soil, or I plant something, and, I don't have to dig up every little thing. You don't either. So let it go. You just fell down. That's all. You conclude by saying, my head is analyzing what happened. Where did things go wrong? I repeat, stop analyzing. Let it go. Start over. Go find him. Love him. Period. And I love you. There.